Alright, so if you're watching this video, you're thinking, oh, that's a clickbait title. There's no way a styrofoam cup, a used styrofoam cup, sold for over $15,000. And unfortunately, or fortunately, no, it's not clickbait. It's real. This actually really happened, and there's a story to it that explains why. But this is interesting eBay news, so I'm going to tell it to you. There's a rapper involved. There's a guy jumping into dumpsters involved. And then on the back end, there's some I don't know what to call them, but potentially people who are trying to exploit the situation. So you have to know who Chief Keef is. You don't have to know much about him, but he's a rapper with millions and millions of fans, very popular. And he also likes to drink things out of cups. I'm not going to go into detail what he drinks out of cups, but they are syrupy, and they're the kind of things that can get your original listing banned off of eBay for the drugs and paraphernalia I don't know, violation that sometimes occurs. All you have to really know is that he's a famous rapper who's known for drinking things out of cups. And what happened, and this has all been documented on someone's TikTok or on their Instagram or somewhere, he drove up in a Scooby-Doo wrapped Lamborghini and tossed some cups into a dumpster. Thanks for not littering. Then the guy who was filming him, who knew who he was because of this notorious rap on his fancy car, went in there and grabbed the cups out. They're called double cups because sometimes these cups with syrup in them from certain products, the syrup can leak through the styrofoam. And so they use two cups, and that's like kind of the notorious, I don't know, call signal of this kind of thing. He then fished them out and put them up on eBay and auctioned them off. And after about $15,000 in bids, the auction was canceled. So you're thinking, oh, well, it didn't sell for that much then. Well, he relisted it and said this is only a collectible item. It's not for use when you're drinking any kind of illicit substances. And so after being ended, which is usually like the death sentence for any auction, he relisted it. It got even more bids and ended up selling for over $16,000. Now, did the buyer pay? I have no idea. I reached out to him. I asked him, I was like, hey, did they pay? I'm like curious because, well, this is the next part of the story. There are other people using the same exact images that he had on his original listing, selling the same exact cup, supposedly, for smaller amounts of money. One sold for a best offer on $6,000, and one is currently being auctioned off, and it's at like $300, and there's a few days left in the auction. Potentially, he sold it to this guy across the country. He was in California. This current auction's in Connecticut. Whatever, maybe that's legitimate. I don't know. Or maybe someone is just stealing the pictures and they're auctioning off cups that are just going to be regular styrofoam cups. I don't know. I'm sure there are a lot of people saying, oh, it's money laundering, blah, 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 blah. That's always brought up when there's these giant, crazy auctions off seemingly valueless things. But I want to bring up this is potentially a collector's item. And secondly, if you're laundering money by putting it into a PayPal account or putting it into a bank account and then using eBay to transfer it, that is about the dumbest way you can launder money because you're already putting it into a bank account. Why would you do that? I'd love to hear your ideas. I'm going to pin a comment below, and if you like it, that's going to mean you think one thing, and if you comment, it's going to mean another thing. So, participate that way, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.